woke up to my best friend calling me and asking, "Hey, can you meet me at the haunted house down the street?" Wait, what? I was still half asleep when I picked up the phone. I checked the time and it was 2:30 in the morning. Do you realize what time it is? Look, this is really important and I need to know if you can. What am I doing again? I groan as I roll out of bed to splash water on my face. Just tell me if you can make it down here or not. You're the closest person. Stacy is clearly frantic but trying to hold it together. Okay, I should be there in like 20 minutes. Good, hurry. She hung up the phone and I stared down at it in disbelief. Was she really going to be rude after waking me up with a ridiculous request? And the murder house, really? The infamous house where some guy went crazy and killed his entire family one morning 20 years ago is somehow the place she decides to have a slumber party? Stacy was always into trying to talk with ghosts, but she usually just bombarded me the next morning with goofy videos of her ghost hunts. She's never tried to drag me into one before. I continue to mumble my complaints as I throw on jeans and a flannel. Of course, it was also barely above freezing, and I can hear my teeth chattering as I penguin shuffle to my car. I remind myself that she already owes me a burger and fries, which means this will add a shake on top of that meal. Before I could pull out of my driveway, a police car sped down the road with lights and sirens screeching. Before I could process the direction they're heading, 2 more police vehicles raced past. My blood starts to run cold as I realize they're heading in the direction of the murder house, where my best friend Stacy is. As I speed down the road myself, I try calling Stacy back. After 3 failed attempts, I text her, "Hey, there's a bunch of cops speeding your way. Are you okay?" I keep waiting to hear the ding of my messages to tell me she's at least read mine. It never comes, and I'm stuck spending the rest of the drive in near silence. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe she's perfectly fine, and I'm overreacting. My thoughts are then interrupted by a fire truck coming behind me, escorted by yet another police car. I pull over just long enough to let them pass me and grip the steering wheel with white knuckles. I try calling her again, still nothing. My heart is now pounding as I park down the street from the murder house. I step out of the car and stare at it with my mouth hanging open. The building is engulfed in flames. When I come to my senses, I begin shouting for Stacy. I run up to the police line and begin asking about a young woman with short brown hair, but no one has seen her, and they won't let me anywhere near the house. But what if she's inside? Has anyone tried going in yet? I can feel hot tears stinging my cheeks when the officer shakes his head. The fire was called in by someone driving by. The house has been abandoned for years. The officer was interrupted by shouts behind him. With the officer distracted, I managed to slip by him and run towards the commotion. In the bushes by the front door, 2 firemen lift up a limp body, but it's not Stacy's. I stood staring at the body of an old man. He was covered in burns, had a white, unruly beard, and was unresponsive. I'm sobbing at this point. Where was Stacy? Did this man try to attack her? What caused the fire? An officer then led me away from the scene, but before I reached my car, I caught a glimpse of familiar short brown hair. She's standing there, watching the flames with a look of shock and holding a McDonald's coffee. "Are you kidding me?" I scream as I nearly knock her over with a hug. What? What happened? What do you mean, what happened? I get over here, you're gone, the building's on fire, and I get traumatized by seeing my first dead body. Thank you. Where were you? There was a body in there? Not anymore. After the initial shock had worn off, Stacy finally tells me what had happened. Apparently, she had overheard gossip that a shadowy figure was occasionally seen in the windows of the murder house. Thinking there was a possibility of catching a ghost on camera, she decided to set up cameras for the night. However, she started to hear strange noises and got nervous and called me. She figured she had enough time to grab a coffee before I got there, so she thankfully left the house before the pending explosion.